You're probably wondering just how good your favorite decks are. Now, this is a very subjective thing because sometimes it's easy to say that I prefer chocolate over vanilla cake as an example. But I am here to argue that it is possible to have incorrect favorite deck choices. Let's begin. I've got my favorite ritual deck is Dogmatica. You could call it a ritual deck. There's like 2 ritual monsters, but I love Albazoa. He's the coolest monster ever summoned. It has nothing to do with the fact that he's called White Nadir. Anyway, most of these are pretty standard. A fusion deck, Ulti Canahawk. Is Ritual Beast a fusion deck? I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. Ted's favorite ritual deck is Nephthys. That's really cool. I like that. Synchro deck is Punk. Even though your best monster is Rising Carp, a fusion monster, then, yeah, okay. Abyssac, this is the terrible pendulum deck. It's not really a pendulum deck. I will not elaborate. It's not a pendulum deck. Favorite fusion deck is a Fluffle. That's a good choice. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It's Afterglow Dragon, but that could be Blue Eyes. That could be Photon. Hard to tell. Either way, incorrect. And favorite Link deck being Rockets is a correct choice. Okay, I like that. Dante Supremacy. You know you could put favorite fusion deck as Dante, and then favorite Exceed deck as Dante, and then favorite Synchro as Virgil, and then favorite Ritual as Malakoda, and then Cherubini, but then you're missing the pendulum thing. I think having Bambuku as your favorite pendulum card is very bizarre, because if you really think about it, this is a stun deck. This is just a stun deck with pendulum scales, and pendulum is not a control strategy. It's a combo deck. So, I hate Magispector. I don't think it's very cool. But I do like that you have Fabled as your favorite synchro. I mean, what's that about? Fusion being Despia stuff that's cringe. That is so vanilla. You might as well call yourself Hannah and walk out of Topshop with a Starbucks coffee in your hand and be like, hey guys, let's play some Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know where that came from, but anyway. Favorite ritual deck? I mean, if you're actually playing Draconids, sure. Otherwise, no, that's a bad choice. Favorite Exceed deck is Super Quantums. Favorite Pendulum deck? Cry Laugh Emoji. Yeah, who the hell plays Pendulum? Does anyone know how to Pendulum summon? Favorite Fusion deck is Dark Magician. My guy, I'm gonna like give you a shock horror surprise here, but this is not a fusion deck. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Dude, I made the joke, and it's just Burning Abyss players have like 2 brain cells, just sharing them in a universe, spinning around in jelly sauce. That's it. Look at this. Pendulum summon with Traveler of the Burning Abyss. I see what you did there. Link deck Marine Cess. This is an objectively correct choice. Anyone who says Marine Cess is A-okay in my books. I don't know if I'd call DDD a pendulum deck. That's a stretch. That is more of a fusion deck than I don't know. Exceed? Does Machina? It's literally everything. So, you know, I suppose you could put just DDD everywhere here. Realistically, Synchro is the only strategy it doesn't really summon that much. Well, I guess Ritual, obviously. It's literally a pendulum deck. Okay, well, if you had to pick one, and you could only summon pendulum monsters in DDD, guess what? You're going X5! I mean, you're going X5 anyway, but, you know. Favorite ritual? Nephthys. What? Where are these Nephthys players coming from? I don't really know what you mean by your favorite Exceed deck being Dolka, because that could really be anything, because it's technically an Evil Czar, right? But I know for a fact you're not setting Westlow, okay? I know you're not setting Westlow. It's really a bit of a stretch to call, you know, summon over Raptor, pop the baby, trigger the baby, special the baby, let's go, as an Exceed deck. I think that's a bit of a stretch. Maybe it's like some good old classic Dino Rabbit, Macro Rabbit rubbish. Dinomist as your favorite pendulum deck means that you need to stop watching Progression series, honestly. What is that? What is this? Is that an Earthbound Immortal? Oh, Raid Raptor. All right, I love this. This is very cool. But then you've dragged it down with Drytron. Anyone who says Drytron is their favorite ritual deck is wrong, number one, and a bit of a bad person, because you made the introduction sort of new player experience on Master Duel be the worst thing that could ever possibly happen in modern gaming. Imagine taking a 10-year hiatus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Coming back, you install Master Duel on January 9, 2022. You log in, you're ready to have fun with your friends, and then someone goes Alpha, discard Zeta. And that was the format. You know what I mean? Like, you are a bad person if you did that. Favorite ritual deck? Herald. I have nothing to say to you. Favorite ritual deck? Necros. Oh, wow. So creative. So new. Favorite Exceed deck? Kashti. Oh my god, you're a bad person. I don't like you. Favorite Sky Striker! The only thing that I can possibly say is the redeeming factor here is Lunalight as a favorite fusion deck. I don't get the ibuprofen joke. There are way too many Drytron enjoyers, but like, listen, there's been so many cool ritual decks, and you pick Drytron. Drytron is your favorite ritual. You're not cool, man. But I do like Dragoonity. That's very nice. DDD is obviously a very base deck. I can't believe people have just agreed to the fact that DDD is a pendulum deck. How? How is this a pendulum deck? Leave a comment down below and argue with me. Let's farm some interactions on YouTube, please. I'm gonna start skipping people who put Drytron as their favorite ritual deck. Oh my god. We've also got a bit of a normal summon Alistair Enjoyer here. How do you go from one extreme to another? There's special summoning wombo combo with Drytron in the same way that, you know, a quantum physicist probably tries to come up with some sort of black hole calculus formula for the for dark matter that exists in every single Despia player's hand whenever they draw Branded Fusion versus Ash Blossom. But those were a lot of words. They didn't mean anything, but if you understood, I will not elaborate. Oh, that's a good one. It's technically all of them, isn't it? And then randomly, like, Demise is thrown in here for no reason whatsoever. Oh my god. Despia, get out of here. Why do you tarnish this? Your favorite Xyz deck is Burning Abyss, but then you have Despia? Despia favorite fusion deck? These role players, man. I have never seen Kirin's feet, by the way. I think they're called hooves, but Has anyone seen this artwork of Kirin? Oh, favorite synchro deck, Karakuri. Don't we just love putting monsters into defense mode and then special summoning and drawing 4 times, huh? Favorite ritual deck, so you know that this person loves to make people sad. Gishki is one of the worst, most toxic archetypes ever in the history of this game. I think it stopped being relevant around 2012 or something, but if you know, you know. I'm seeing a theme and a pattern with your fusion and link here. I will not elaborate. Oh boy. It is a bold statement. It is a bold statement to dare claim that Blue Eyes is a ritual deck. That's what people have been doing wrong. People have tried to play Blue Eyes as synchro, as combo, as Dragon Link. But it is a strong statement to say that Blue Eyes is a ritual deck. Okay, this is great. All of these are good choices. I love all of these. These are amazing. Except Dino Mist. I mean, that's...
I'm gonna Spinos attack you twice per game. Oh boy.
Oh, yes! Favorite synchro deck is Crystron. Oh, that is very cool. Okay, you know what? As long as you know how to pronounce the level 3 tiger in Crystron that searches trap cards, then that's fine in my book. Favorite rituals, Libromancer.
Oh, I'm just a little geek boy.
Favorite synchro is Goatee. There's nothing I like here except Performapal. Worms? Oh god. Remember that replay we saw of someone like hard fusing like Worm 0 with like 6 cards in hand? Incredible. All right, what do we got here? Makanko. Favorite synchro deck. What does that mean? What does that mean? Explain right now. What does that mean? Favorite synchro deck, Baron. This is every single deck in the game that has a tuner monster. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! No, it's not Floor. No one... That's not a deck. Shut up. Don't say Floor. Favorite Pendulum deck is Lunalight. Okay, so... Some of you put Lunalight in the Fusion section, and now this guy's putting it in the Pendulum section. We need to have a discussion about what it really means to be a deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I know some of you are going to be screaming at me constantly about how Ruka's technically an Xyz deck, when, let's be real, no, it's not. Favorite Link deck is Sprite. Bro, name one Sprite monster. Exactly, you can. Alright, Vlad gets privileges because he's a stupid editor or something here. I don't know. Well, I just like all of these fusion decks. It really says something when your favorite affinity in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a bunch of fusion cards, huh?